Hello again, everyone. This is Dr. Kalam again, and in this module, Module 7, Week 7, we're going to cover Chapter 16, 17, and 18, and specifically, we're going to talk about Chapter 16 and how the basic facts about safety law and OSHA apply to organizations and what HR needs to understand about that, which is Learning Outcome 16.2. So let's get into that quickly. We have a lot to cover. So let's talk about a manager's options or briefings on occupational safety and law. OSHA is the organization that administers safety processes for organizations and provides a broad-ranging, very comprehensive, broad-ranging set of regulations that governs workplaces, and it's an act that was enacted in 1970, and it was to assure, so far as possible, every working man and woman in the United States this nation, a safe and healthy work environment under working conditions that were humane. Okay, so the Act created an oversight function. So the standards and effective record keeping are part of those oversight standards. Under OSHA, employers with 11 or more employees must maintain records, of course, and report occupational injuries and occupational illnesses which are outside or abnormal, under abnormal conditions, or whether they exist in your organization. So, and also disorders caused by inhalation, absorption, ingestion of any kind, or direct contact with toxic substances in the workplace. Hospitals are classic examples of environments that are heavily regulated, governed, managed, and have extensive resources that manage their safety functions because of the nature of what they do. So an employer must report all occupational illnesses in their organization, okay, with 11 or more employees. Inspections and citations are commonplace. Now, inspections don't take place arbitrarily or randomly. They generally take place when there is some concern based on a report or some other type of indicator that there may be some violations. So the agency has very limited funds, so it tries to encourage a cooperative safety program. And let me just say that the responsibilities for maintaining the safe work environment does in fact lay in majority of organizations in the HR department, and it might be in collaboration with another more specialized unit outside of that department, but generally speaking, the responsibility for reporting is through HR. Okay, so, and there are some penalties that are associated with non-compliance or violations or deliberate violations, which are negligent. And these generally range from anything from $5,000 to about $150 for negligence or willful repeat of serious offenses, failure to rectify or offenses that were previously identified. And in general, OSHA calculates penalties based on the gravity of the particular violation, and usually takes into consideration the size of the business, the firm's compliance with history, the complexity of the organization, and the employer's good faith in remedying the problem. So responsibilities and rights of employees and employers. So when we talk about employers and their responsibility, they need to be familiar with mandatory standards. So there's some training, there's some understanding, there's a manual that guides employers of different in different market segments or different business environments. And examining workplace conditions is a part of a routine that lots of employers go through. Fire hazards, for example, or ceiling conditions or leaks that cause mold and things like that are identified as parts of those inspections that organizations conduct, and make reports and have them available for in case there's a inspection. The OSHA Act forbids employers from punishing or discriminating against employees or workers who complain to OSHA. And this is we'll talk about examples of how this happens during the course. So let's go on and talk about some other aspects in chapter 17. As we move forward, we'll cover a couple of chapters in this. Okay, so stay tuned, and I'll give you a brief update in a few minutes on another learning outcome in chapter 17.3. Thank you.